Peace Collective. Today we are talking about new cycles beginning where old cycles end. You have finally come to the stage, collective, for some of you, where you've put the nail in the coffin. You are no longer operating from a standpoint of your wounded self. You have been reborn. In this new cycle and in this new phase of your life, you're ready to show up in the world as the healed version of self, as a version of self that has been doing the work. Today I'm working with Archangel Michael to bring forth this message. I want to sit here and say that this moment that you're experiencing, your new beginning, it's a very bittersweet moment. You could be experiencing sadness for a life that you are no longer existing in, a life that no longer resonates with you. People, friendships, relationships that have come to their end and new ones being birthed. In this state of something new being born, you've had to show up for yourself. You've had to face a certain level of crossroads of what version of yourself do you still want to exist in? And there's been this rebirth moment where you've been reborn and your consciousness has been in its infancy stages. This new expression of self. And in this new expression of self, you have the old patterns, the old behaviors, the old ways of being that you've been accustomed to. And so now you weren't sure if it was safe to become different. You were afraid of hurting people. You were afraid that someone would take where you're at in a very negative light. But the divine kept pouring love into you and giving you encouragement to speak your voice, to speak your truth, to use your voice. And to love yourself more despite the fears of letting go of something that no longer serves you, and even fearing the rejections of those that you had to let go of. Because many of you even felt beholden to particular individuals in your life for whatever particular reason. Maybe because they've done something for you or because they've been there for you, but the divine is saying it's time to let go. It is okay to let go. Because if they continue to do the work, if they do the work, then they will be they will be in a vibrational resonance with you, a vibrational match where you can become friends again, and that you're not walking away from their life from a standpoint of lack of love. If anything, it's a fulfillment of love for yourself truly. And putting yourself first and not putting others and their needs above your own and above you. And this nail in a coffin to an old life and an old way of being, it's bittersweet because you are grateful for the roles that people have played in your life and the growth that's taken place, but you understand that if someone is not operating from the full consciousness of their being and something is operating through them, you can no longer be in environments that are not safe to you in this state of your life and for the rest of your life. And so now you are holding a higher standard to what comes into your energetic field, and now the divine can pour into you. And I'm going to pull some cards here to see what else needs to be stated, because this message is powerful, and in you putting the nail in the coffin, your new life is beginning. And I haven't even shuffled the cards yet, but yes, you are at your new beginning. You've put the nail in the coffin, and now the divine can truly bless you. So we're going to cleanse these cards from any and all prior readings. Okay, Archangel Michael, what message do we have for the collective concerning new cycles begin where old ones end? Okay, this is a lot of cards. Okay. Too many, divine. Let's do some more. Oh, that flipped. Crystal ball. All right, so I'm being told to pull some more. Oh. Not all these falling out. Okay. Okay. I feel like the fact that this one kind of caught my eye. We're gonna talk on that. Oh. Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna get to it, y'all. Bear with me. That's a lot. Okay, Jermichael, what else we have? Oh, okay. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my God. We gonna get to it. Okay, not so too long. Oh. All right. So we're gonna get right into it. So these are some beautiful, beautiful cards. The first one that came out is Crystal Ball. I feel like this is you being so in tune with your intuition, what you are being led to. Even though you may not know the full picture, you know that it's something wonderful. It's rooted in divinity. It is rooted in you showing up as a true, authentic version of self, okay? You are seeing things clearly. And even though you've been seeing things clearly, it doesn't mean that it's made this journey any more simple, okay? It hasn't made the journey easy. If anything, it's you still had to do the leaps of faith, right? Even though you've had this innate feeling, right? This clear intuition, fear, right? And the wounded self have been on the back burner trying to get you to turn away from the path that you know you are being led down, in precise timing. It's such a beautiful and detailed and specific timing. When Spirit is saying pause here for a moment, you pause. When Spirit is saying jump, you jump. Okay, this is you trusting your higher self and your team and the divine and the creator to lead you to a life that you know was always meant for you. And so you letting go of these hard connections, or doing the hard work, letting go of connections that have ultimately, been detrimental to you to a certain extent, right? To keep you in a disempowered state, not wanting to see you flourish fully, right? Because if you flourish, they couldn't access you in the same way. So they wanted to keep you small. You knew that you had to walk away from that, and you did. Okay? The next card that came out is Crack Shot. I have never seen this card in this deck. Okay, this is a lot of cards. But this is speaking to competent, superior, precise, meaning you knew. First of all, you and the divine are working in tandem. This isn't just a thing that you're doing on your own. We have to give credit to, the ancestors for the highest good, our spirit teams, our guardians, the archangels, the cosmic beings that we work with, the elders, the deities. They have been working with you to clear out what does not belong, and making sure that the shots that you took were precise, that the shots that you took, right, or the cords that you cut were very precise at specific points in time. Oh, and as I said that, very specific points in time, 11:01, okay, 111. That is letting you know this was orchestrated by the divine. This was orchestrated in tandem, okay? At particular moments, points in time in your life where you could let go of something, right, without it being jarring to your consciousness, without it being, disruptive to the consciousness of others, to even help propel people in their own individual growth, okay? Everything that has been taking place in this very specific bullseye target has been a showdown between the divine and opposition to reclaim pathways that you were always meant to walk through. And in this process, you have been refined. You have been getting refined to the version of yourself that is going to walk through those doors that were open and destined, created specifically for you. We have declaration, okay? Declaration of independence, sovereignty. You have come into your sovereignty. You have come into honoring self and actively putting yourself first above the needs of others, above the perceptions and projections of others, right? You are no longer allowing yourself to be shaped and molded by other people's will. I feel like this is about you expressing your truth. This is about you saying, you know what, your version of me, your idea of me, your perception of me has been too heavy for me to carry. I'm now breaking free. I am becoming who I was always meant to be. Whether you like it, you like it. Whether you don't, you don't. I'm not doing what I am doing to be offensive. What I am doing and how I'm operating in my day-to-day life is to protect the new version of myself that has been birthed, the new version of myself that is still in a very sensitive state as my consciousness roots, takes root, yeah, into who I have always been meant. As your consciousness takes root into the land, to be the flower that you were always meant to be, as your nervous system gets prepared for the doors that you are going to walk through. That's what's happening. And this is an olive branch. Every single moment that you take a step, it has been where you have relied on spirit, where you may not have been able to see the path, and it has been an olive branch being extended to you by the divine, little by little, season by season, moment by moment, day by day, for you to sit here and say, you know what? I'm making peace with the wounded aspect of myself. I am making peace with an old life. I am pouring so much love, and I'm relying on the divine in this season of my life to take me to the next phase, to take me to this new beginning. Again, something had to die in order for something to be born. Okay? And the next card you got is Diamond. I'm hearing upgrades to the light body, the crystalline consciousness, to the nervous system. It's time where you're going to shine your light, and I felt that. I felt like an energy like just rushed through me. And know that a diamond, people are attracted to what glitters, what shines, what sparkles in the sun, what has been refined. And a diamond is made through fire and pressure. You had to walk through the fires of hell to access higher heavens. Okay? And in that, a fairy tale came out. Okay? The unicorn. So unicorn may be prominent for some of you. You may work with unicorn totem. Actively know I have a unicorn in my little cubicle in the homeless shelter or whatever, okay? But I feel like this is wish fulfillment, dreams coming true, and even things that you may not have necessarily imagined. This is what you're getting ready to walk through. You've made it to the other side of the bridge. Can I repeat that for you one more time? You have made it to the other side of the bridge, my dear. The change has already happened. Now your existence and your reality is going to start mirroring to you who you truly are. Okay? And in that, you are building something that builds legacy, because we have castle. And in building the castle, okay, you are building wealth. You are building spiritual wealth. You are making it possible for the descendants that come after you and those that you're meant to touch, those that you are meant to reach, to have something to look up to, a goal that they can set for themselves, and not necessarily that they want to take your place, but they're being shown the pathway that they need to walk to be able to access their spiritual wealth, the richness of the world that is offered to them by the divine, the experience that they're meant to have. And in that, because we have handcuffs, but it's not these words that are actively speaking to me, is that poverty consciousness had to let you go. It had to hold on you at one point, and now you're free, because you are not choosing to be beholden to poverty consciousness, because you are not choosing to be beholden to people's ideas and projections and perceptions of you. You are now able to honor your voice and the existence that you want to have in this world, and now you can move freely through the world. Again, this is talking about something ending or something starting at the end. You have book burning. To me, this is, again, it's not even that the chapter of your life is closed. That entire existence that you are operating out of ceased to exist, is no longer, your truth is no longer valid. That life is dead for some of you. And now you've been reborn into what is true and what is new. And then you have the telephone, okay? I feel like this is communication. I feel like this is clairaudient, a deeper deepening of your gifts that's happening right now. I also feel like this is because you've been honoring your voice, right? The world, your reflection, is going to start reflecting that back to you, is going to start communicating that back to you. You've spoken so much love and life over your life that it's like your root chakra is getting a wake-up call. Hello, my dear, you ready to answer? Yes, I am. Absolutely. And I hope you are too, because you've done a lot of work to get here, and it's a really beautiful moment in your journey, and you should congratulate yourself. You should be really proud of yourself. And if anything, I feel like there is a happiness, but I feel like more than anything, there's a peace within you. What could it possibly be coming up next would have scared a different version of yourself. I don't feel like you're even really moving in excitement, to be completely honest with you. I feel like you're moving in a knowing that it's going to be good. Regardless of the time, this is divine timing, but this is an inner knowing that all you can control is yourself in this world. You can't control the outcomes of other people, of situations, but you've done a lot of work internally to be balanced within. And in achieving this balance, I'm sorry, because what I'm sensing is a peace. I'm not sensing an excitement for what is new. I'm not sensing a fear. I am sensing, in a way, a certain aspect of sadness, but a sadness that you knew, it's kind of like a mourning period, that you let go of what you knew you had to, of what didn't serve you anymore, because you genuinely care about people. But as far as what the future is looking like, what you're cultivating every day, I don't think you're moving with expectations. I think there's knowing, but there's no expectations regardless. I feel like there's not an excitement, because if you were having this feeling of excitement, to be honest with you, it's not an energy that can be held. This is an energy of peace, of balance within, that in being balanced within, you can hold this energy, sustain it for the rest of your life. This is the moment that your soul has been waiting for. What else? What is Archangel Michael? Let me see. How many cards we got here? Oh, yes. Okay. So we got the corset, which is like held together, prim, proper, buttoned up. I feel like, perfect posture, holding it together. You have held it together through some immense traumas, first and foremost. And with, of course, the help of the divine, because the divine is absolutely amazing. And you've been able to shape your life, mold your life, right? Because corsets are very molding. They mold your figure, right? And this is where you're like, I'm going to present this proper version of myself. I'm not going to let the wounded self react to be impulsive. And I feel like in that, again, because we also got Jack and Diane, it's kind of like a breakup. Again, this is this energy, new beginnings, new cycles start where old things end. I was talking about there is a certain level of sadness that you are processing, because you realize that the doors that are being opened for you are not meant for those that were with you in your past life. They're not meant to walk with you through those doors, because they have not truly come into a certain level of refinement within themselves. They're in their own conscious journey, and it doesn't mean that, they're bad individuals. It just means that you're in a very different place energetically and in your journey, and you are honoring that, heeding that as you move forward to what's meant for you. What else? Not all these cards. All right. We're going to need to... Okay, hold on. Okay, that's too many cards. We're going to do that all over again. Hold on, y'all. I got all these cards that fell on the floor. Okay. Okay, sorry. Cards all up in the camera. So the first card that came out is chocolate. I feel like you're going to be offered treats. Things that are sweet. Okay, you may even be craving chocolate. I know that I have been, but I just can't do it because I care for my oral health. Okay, but I do love me some chocolates. Anyways, I feel like you're going to start having experiences that ultimately show you the sweetness of life. Okay, but there's again this really balanced energy within that. You have the cat, right? It's kind of like the cat's looking and it's like, I don't know if I'm really interested in what you're offering, right? I feel like you're going to be magnetic, and this is where you're using discernment, right? So you're going to you're going to start having people drawn to you, wanting to hang out with you, people wanting to be in your energy. But this is where now your root chakra, you're moving with, I feel like a kind of like a cat goddess, energy, where you see the truth of people and you're like, I'm not interested in what you got to offer. No, I'm waiting for something better. And it's not even waiting. It's just like, you know what? This doesn't align with me. And you're using discernment in what's being presented to you. And this is what's ultimately going to allow you to align with your higher road, your highest road. The next card that came out is library. I am literally in a library, okay? But I've been drawn to a lot of knowledge. So I feel like where you're at in this season, it's not necessarily about, having these fantastic times and these fantastic experiences. If anything, I feel like it's about knowledge of self, knowledge and growth of the mind, and also the consciousness. And in this, you've reached a certain level of mastery because we have the master. And so you are showing now, you are operating. You're showing yourself that you actually have mental discipline, that you have mental focus, right? That you can conquer what you set your sights on. You are becoming the master of your life in this beautiful co-creation process with the divine, with the creator, the all that is all. And in that, I feel like you are a person, because you have a scuba diver. You're a person, excuse me, I'm gonna just put this chair a little closer. You're a person who constantly takes time for self-reflection, self-assessment. You love to sit in meditation, really explore the depths of your consciousness. And I want to sit here and say, it's beautiful. The more that you explore the depths of your consciousness, the more that's going to be shown to you, and the more that you're going to know what you want to create in this life. I feel like you already know, but there's going to be more that's revealed to you as your journey continues to unfold. So you have reached a certain level of mastery. I've never had this MasterCard come out, but what it's honestly like, looking at it, it's letting me know it's kind of like your energy body, your light body, and your human vessel are now integrating or holding more light. Okay, you reached a certain level of mastery. Congratulations. What else? All these cards. Hold on. Okay. All right. No, too many cards there. What else? Oh, all these cards keep coming out too. That's way too many. We're not even going. Okay. Okay. So I feel like we got chess. To me, I always say the divine is playing chess. Okay. Opposition is playing checkers. This is grand design. I feel like this is your power play, So there's a power play that's happening in your life right now. And again, you've risen to the occasion of your life. So what's sticking out to me there is master plan. This has always been part of the plan. This has always been part of the plan for your soul's growth and evolution and your soul's mission in this life. What else? Oh, all right, that's it. Okay. All right, so the first card, well, that's actually the all right, so in the way, one, two, 1, 3. That's beautiful. Okay, so the first card that came out is the mother lode. Okay, Or it depends on how you're looking at it, actually. I won't say the first card that came out is Symphony. So Symphony comes out, and to me, this is, again, we talk about co-creation with the divine, right? You are creating something beautiful. You are in this beautiful harmony with your team, with the angelics, with the creator of this existence. And in that, it is a team collaboration. And you know that you didn't just get to this particular state and point in your life without the help of the divine. They were very much a crucial part in this process with you. Then you got the roses. I feel like this is the world giving you the roses that you deserve. I feel like this is speaking to love, right? For some of you, you're coming into deep levels of self, right? Deep levels of self-love, because there's no way that you are cutting out these cords and it doesn't give you a certain level of self-respect for yourself, for showing up for yourself. This is where you're giving yourself your roses, your flowers. I do feel like this is about romance for some. Some of you are connected to your divine counterpart. And I feel like that's meant to be hidden and private. And as I said, that it was 3111. You're going to have beautiful explorations of that. Then we have coin toss, choices, okay? I feel like this is, again, we have the chocolates. A lot of things are going to be presented to you. What are you going to choose? What pathway are you going to go down, right? And it's not necessarily like a pathway of degradation or good. You have already chosen the good. You have already chosen to be in alignment with the divine. You constantly show yourself every single day. You show and prove to yourself every single day that you are operating from the consciousness, not the unconscious. And so whatever coin toss or whatever choice you decide to align with, you can trust and believe that it is going to land you and lead you to the mother lode. This is going to lead you to your blessings. This is going to lead you to spiritual wealth. This is also going to lead you to material wealth. This is going to lead you to material gains. You are not doing this for material gain reasons. If anything, you're a soul that is doing this for the spiritual growth and evolution of consciousness. You understand that for you want to grow and you want to go after, you are a person that's going after the heart and mind of the creator. So this mother lode energy is whatever you decide to align with. You can trust yourself, you can trust your team, you can trust that it is bringing you to the motherland, it is bringing you where you need to be, it is bringing you home. So I also want to say here, pillory was the top of the card. And I feel like the reason why that has come up is because literally it's ended, it's done. Once somebody's head is cut off, so to speak, kind of like a guillotine or whatever, there's no coming back. There's no resuscitating that old life. And you need to know that your old life will not be resuscitated. Honor yourself and trust yourself. Thank you so much for being the team. Take care from me in spirit. Peace.